Hello everyone, Busaro Suited here with a banger of a video, and today I'm going to be talking about the best fucking survivor and become a killer. Yes, the best survivor, my GOAT, the Juggernaut from Become the Killer. Now, yeah, another, wow, fucking two BAK videos in a row in a matter of like a couple hours or so, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about the good old Juggy boy from and Become the Killer. So I'll explain about why he is the absolute GOAT of this game in a moment, because I want to talk about his abilities and his stats. So Juggernaut is first off, Juggernaut and Become a Killer cost 15,000 points. Yes, 15,000 points. He is the most expensive survivor in the entire game. Now let's talk about his stats and his abilities. So first things first, Juggernaut. He has 300 health, and he's got 37 sprint speed. I mean, it makes sense. He's a Juggernaut. He is kind of supposed to be a little slow, but yeah, that's his simple stats. Now let's talk about his abilities. His first ability is the radio. And you simply just pull it out and you see it pretty much highlights your teammates, aka survivors. And yeah, that's pretty much what it does. Then we got his other ability, his fist. Juggernaut will simply throw his fist out, start punching, well, whenever killer comes in contact with him. And he deals he deals a small amount of damage, but his attack is pretty spammable, so you can easily take down, you can easily melee down, certain characters that have, small HP or something. Now we got his last ability, which is the main point of this survivor, the minigun. The minigun is a weapon that you can use it by either playing as a Juggernaut or by simply purchasing in the shop, and it is absolutely busted because the minigun, unlike other weapons we have to reload, this weapon has an overheat mechanic. It fires extremely fast, which means it can absolutely decimate killers and melt their health extremely quick. And it takes about 1,500 shots in total before it goes on the overheat mechanic. Once it reaches to its overheat state, you simply just gotta wait till it cools down in order for you to fire it again. And once it cools down, it will reset back to, 0/1,500. So you can start firing it again. Now let's talk about why the Juggernaut is the absolute GOAT of survivor of this game and why he's the best one. First things first, despite the fact that he's a little slow, he is pretty tanky. He's got 300 health, so he can actually last a pretty good while against most of the roster of killers. Even though you are bound to die as the Juggernaut eventually, at least you can last a while of, fighting back against the killer. Now, another thing why he's the GOAT, his fist, which is one of his abilities. And he isn't the only survivor that has his ability to punch the killer. The officer has the ability to do that as well. But yeah, the fists are actually really good against, certain killers who have low health and don't deal as much damage. So, for example, the Shapeshifter or Tails.exe or Sonic.exe or even Supersonic.exe. Yeah, Juggernaut can absolutely wreck, killers that have, low HP because, again, the fists are spammable, so you can easily kill them if they are trying, if they're trying so hard to kill you, obviously, instead of, running away whenever they're about to die. So that's another reason why he's the GOAT. Now let's get to the best reason why he's the GOAT. He can destroy literally 95% of the killer roster. No, I'm not kidding you. Because, if you get good as Juggernaut, he is, the best fucking survivor against, pretty much 95% of the killer roster. He is that good. Because, again, we got his fist, which is really good against, killers that have, low health and don't deal as much damage. But we got the minigun, which is can really take out any of the killer roster pretty much. And the reason why I said 95% is because, well, Slenderman. Actually, considering Slenderman is the only killer that is a good counter against Juggernaut, that's pretty much 99% of the killer roster that the Juggernaut can absolutely decimate. Because, well, yeah, even Dweller, yes, one of the strongest killers, Dweller, even Juggernaut can actually take him out easily if the Juggernaut knows what they're doing. Again, it's only 99% of the killer roster because Slenderman is like really impossible to kill unless you have like 5 Juggernauts shooting him at once. But yeah, he's really like he can just pretty much kill off 99% of the killer roster. He is that strong. He can destroy like killers with small amount of HP with his minigun. He can destroy tanky killers. He's just too good at killing any of the killer roster except for Slenderman. But yeah, he's tanky because he's got 300 HP. He's got the fist, which is good against taking out, killers, or just using it if you're in a situation where like, your minigun's on like when your minigun's on overheat state. Or just his minigun just absolutely be able to like melt down freaking 99% of the killer roster. Like even tanky killers are screwed against the Juggernaut. It's insane. Yes, even though he's expensive because he only costs like 15,000 points, that doesn't matter. Once you get to that point, you're pretty much ready to just pretty much kick ass against 99% of the killer roster. Like, he's just too good. He's the best survivor in the whole game. He's just really, really, really strong. Now, even before his buffs, like even before he got the minigun got buffed and everything, he was already the best survivor in the game to begin with. Even during the old days of Become the Killer, he was the fucking best survivor. Back then when the minigun was at least still good, but it only can fire like a total of 1,000 shots before going on overheat. Or something like that. Actually, no, the minigun used to work differently in the very old days of Become a Killer. But, like, even then, the Juggernaut was really the best fucking survivor in the whole game. But even after the buffs, he's just 10 times fucking better now. Like, he was already really good to begin with. But he's just now the fucking best. Like, he's just better now. Way, way better. Despite the fact already being better. But, yeah, I do want to talk about one last nice small thing about the Juggernaut before ending this video. And that is a skin he has. Yes, the Juggernaut has like 2 skins. But I'm going to be talking about one of them because this is where the interesting part happens. One of my favorite skins to use for the Juggernaut is the Doomslayer. Yes, the Doomslayer from the Doom franchise. Now, why am I talking about a specific skin for, well, the Juggernaut? Well, it's quite simple. If you played Juggernaut before, you already noticed that he has like 3 items on his inventory. The minigun, his fist, and his radio. However, with the Doomslayer skin, it added in one nice small thing to it. I don't know if it was unintentional or not. Maybe it was intentional for the sake of more accuracy, because Doomslayer does use a shotgun in the Doom games. Yes, he has a 4th item, and it's the shotgun. Unlike Juggernaut, who usually has like 3 items. With the Doomslayer skin, it's 4 items instead, and the 4th item just so happened to be the shotgun. So, I guess you could say it's a pay-to-win skin, even though it really costs the same price as the default Juggernaut. But it's just really cool that he has a 4th item. Because then again, the shotgun isn't that strong. But hey, it is there. Like, hey, if your minigun's on overheat, you can at least use the shotgun instead, At least try to deal extra damage to the killer. Or you can still use a fist if you are in a bad situation still. But hey, shotgun's there. Again, I don't know if it was unintentional or not, but still, it's cool that he has a shotgun for a specific skin, which is Doomslayer. Awesome. And that's just about it. So what I gotta say about Juggernaut. Juggernaut is just the absolute GOAT of this game. He is the best survivor. He is the strongest survivor. He's just overall the GOAT. Anyways, That's all I gotta say about good old Juggy Boy. I'll catch you all next time.